draw this one smaller. Okay, you pay attention to that. I think you can tell something interesting because this is kind of a darker in the shape, right? But this is lighter than outside of the shape. See, it's kind of like when you draw the shading, you draw darker inside. Okay, you draw darker inside to do this. And for this side, you do darker outside. So you draw outside. Because your pencil is black, it's darker. So you draw outside. So it's like you shape things differently. Okay, you shape things differently. So let's just draw this one for now. We can try this on our paper. We can draw a smaller one. So just get a triangle. Okay, maybe draw this line, center line first, and easily to get this equal on both sides. Okay, you can do this. You can do this. Okay. So two sides should be equal, equal to that. This one should be the same distance. Okay, you draw it. Okay. Just try it, and this is equal, and then you can think about the bottom will be here. It's kind of like this one here, and this the bottom here. So you can imagine how much under that because this is closer to you, right? This half is closer to you at the bottom. This is closer to you, the other side is further from you. So you can still draw your see-through. Okay, this is a little bit longer than this, so the whole thing should be like this, and this one is like that. For this corner, so this corner is naturally going here. Okay, naturally going here. Don't do something like this one and this, and you get a sharp corner. That's wrong. Okay, and you cannot cut too much either. You just do this naturally. It's kind of like come to here and go up. Okay, so it's like you come here and go up like this. So that's your cone shape. So these ones you cannot see like this, you cannot see, but now just help you to understand, and then you can erase that. It doesn't, it's not useful anymore, so you can just erase this, and you can draw the shading area, the shade, the shadow of your cone, and you can do that. And see, this is kind of like darkest area happening here, but this seems a little bit lighter than the darkest area. See, why is that? Because, for example, this is darker area. See, this is darker area, but it isn't the darkest on here. Light coming from this side and away from the light, you get darker and darker and darker. But this is supposed to be the darkest because that's most most further from the light. But why it should be a little bit lighter? You can see it's a little bit lighter. To see why is that, let me show you this. If I go closer, do you see? Okay, probably you cannot see that. I was talking about this is darker, right? A little bit darker, but further away, a little bit lighter, because when you get this, do you feel it's lighter now? See, it changed, right? Why it has changed? Because the reflection from other other things. That's why it's not at the darkest area here, because it has a little bit reflection on it. So you can still see the darkest area is happening here. So that's why we will do darkest area in here. Okay, that's the darkest area around here. So you can shade it this way. You can make it that darkest and gradually lighter and lighter and lighter. Okay, darkest area here, gradually lighter and lighter and lighter. Okay, and this is getting a little bit lighter gradually. So you can do this. And another thing we need to pay attention is this line. Okay, let me zoom out. This dark area is happening this way. Okay, it's all from the tip of the cone. It's changing this way. It's kind of darkest, second darkest, lighter thing. It's all from this. You cannot do the darkest area this way. It never happen like this. The darkest are all like this. It won't be like that. And little lighter and lighter. It won't be like that because the light coming shooting here equally shooting here too. So it's all the way goes to the top. So this one you can do a little bit lighter. Okay, and this is kind of like darker outside now. So you draw outside. You can draw the outside this way. And draw outside this way. So when you do the line, do that pretty tidy one. Go all the way like this. So it's like that. Keep your shape well. And this is darker than outside is darker than inside. So you can do a little bit darker on the outside and gradually getting lighter like this. That shape is supposed to be. It's kind of a little bit lighter like this. Okay. And you can, at the bottom, you have a dark line because there's a gap. So the gap is like darker in there. So you can do a little bit gap. Don't get the whole line, just darker and then lighter and darker again, because sometimes your object touch closer, you don't have that clear gap. So then you can keep getting darker on the darkest area. And just maybe a little bit this because the light shoots here and then this shoots here instead of shooting here. So you can get this a little bit. So do you feel that 3D now? Okay, and this background is not purely white, so you can get some color a little bit. Okay, just keep them tidy all the way, same parallel like this, go all the way here. Okay. And you can do this the whole piece, finish the whole piece of your background. Okay, like this. So keep those consistent. It's kind of similar, the whole piece at the background. So your sketch, it'll be like this. So you can do your sketch inside of your frame. You can do a frame here, okay? That's your frame, that's your object. So you can erase these if you want. You don't have to though, but you get the whole piece done like this. So you already done roughly Now, you can also do this sometimes. Do a little bit this, but gradually shorter, 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 and do a little bit this along your shape, along this, going this. Okay, so you're done this sketch of cone.